Today we have yet another brainstorm session where Director Kjun is asking your feedback directly. Today's brainstorm session can really add some much needed spontaneity and realistic life to the game, so definitely stay tuned for it and provide your ideas. If you like inZOI news, updates, and gameplay, consider subscribing to my channel. Also, hit the like button because it's the easiest way to support me. Love you guys so much. Now let's dive right in. Here is today's brainstorm session with Director Kjun. It hasn't even been a month since we kicked off the brainstorm series and we're already on to our 5th topic. You've all been incredible, channeling your creativity to provide amazing ideas for inZOI. A huge thank you to everyone who's contributed. Many of your suggestions are already making their way into upcoming patches, so keep an eye out for improvements in the near future. Well, that's promising and super exciting. One area we've been actively focusing on came from our very first brainstorm topic where we asked, what's the one feature inZOI needs most right now? Based on the number of likes, the most requested improvement was making life in the two cities more engaging by adding more things to do. Most of you suggested adding more places to visit with other ZOIs, like restaurants, gyms, and so on. Oh gosh, please give me a pub. While we're definitely working on that, your feedback helped us spot another issue. The travel between these locations often feels stagnant and uneventful. Players have pointed out that NPC ZOIs tend to wander the streets without much purpose. Visually, the cities are populated, but it still feels like a huge missed opportunity. Imagine how much more immersive your experience could be if those NPCs were engaged in everyday activities that brought the world to life. Which brings us to today's question. What everyday activity could ZOIs do around the city to make your travels feel more alive and immersive? Since I live in Korea, I thought of a few examples for Doan. I'd love to see more pedestrians entering and exiting subway stations, so you don't feel like the only one using public transportation. Or how about groups of joggers moving in sync through Harang Park, like those you often see along the Han River? Even something as simple as kids playing in a neighborhood playground could add vibrant energy to the scene, and maybe you could even join in. And if you're too enthusiastic, the kids might run away. These are purely conceptual ideas. Yes, they've definitely not been run by our technical director, but that's the whole point of these sessions. Dream freely, explore boldly, and your imagination might guide us toward applicable features that could truly enhance the all-important immersion. As always, to help us identify the most popular ideas, feel free to leave multiple comments. Just make sure each one contains only one specific idea. Most of you are already doing this, but the more consistent we can get this, the better data we'll have to improve the game. Thank you and happy brainstorming! So I don't know why, but this brainstorm session is probably my favorite so far. I had so many ideas for this one, but I had to tailor it down to like my top 4 favorite. Not only because I didn't want to flood the Discord channel, obviously, with just my ideas, but because this dang 15-minute cooldown timer, holy smokes, it took me 45 minutes to get 4 ideas in. No wonder everyone's just throwing all their ideas into one reply, but that's no excuse, guys. Please don't do that. Don't do that, please. Try your best to just include one idea per reply, and then you can include examples of that one idea like I did here. Here's the ones I include in the channel. Random crime events. So we're supposed to have crime in this game, right? It shouldn't just be us doing all the crime, right? There should be other ZOIs in the city also doing crime. So why not program certain ZOIs to be the baddies, the bad guys, or the gals? You can have them go around the city randomly pickpocketing, drawing graffiti, stealing ZOI's purses or bags and then running off, and then you can see like the police officer chasing them down on foot, or have ZOIs pick random fights. And I offered this as an example. One of the official inZOI trailers shows a bully taking someone's money, and I'll play this in the background for you. I really like this trailer. I thought this was so good, and I thought we were gonna see stuff like this in the game, like just randomly happening. So I really hope they add something like this, where you could just be walking down the street and some thug comes up to you wanting money. And I even wrote in here that you could have the same Zois being the bad guys, so you would eventually recognize them, and you might want to just avoid them at all costs to avoid losing money. I think that would be a fun mechanic. And of course, you should be able to disable this in the city settings for those that don't want this kind of thing in their game. I also added proof that your neighbors exist and are actually alive, because right now, like, you don't really see anybody going into the houses nearby in your neighborhood. So it kind of feels like you're really only one living there. It's kind of weird. So I wrote examples like you should see them like leaving their house on their way to work, and then when they arrive in the evenings after work, or just see them leave the house like on a Saturday morning to go do their shopping, and then see them arrive with the actual shopping bags. I really hope they still add like a grocery store. I know we have the convenience store, but it'd be cool to have like a full grocery store where they could actually do proper shopping. And then see them periodically cleaning the outside of their homes, like sweeping outside on the porch, or cleaning their windows or washing their cars, and then actually have friends visit them from time to time. And then I put some events like parties happening next door, which could actually affect you, like you can't sleep at night. I think it would be cool if they add sensitive sleeper to Zois, and that way if the neighbors are having a really loud party, you might not get a good night's sleep and it'll affect you the next day. We also never see spouses kiss their loved ones goodbye when they go to work. That was also in one of the trailers. I also really like this idea. Children's clubs or fundraisers, just in general after school activities or for the weekends as well. I added things like walking door to door, taking orders like Girl Scouts or Boy Scouts do, or seeing little kids walking around in little tutus on their way to ballet practice. I think that would be so cute. Or dressed in their taekwondo or karate uniforms to go practice. Like just seeing kids be kids and doing after school activities, I think that would be super cute. And then the last one I added on here was just seeing couples walking hand in hand throughout the city, seeing couples having picnics at the park or at the beach, stargazing, teenagers falling in love, couples going out on dates to locations around town, like karaoke. And I also said karaoke needs a lot of attention, so I really hope they actually refresh it, because nothing's really going on there. I've said it a couple times now. I really want to see all the rooms like filled with Zois having parties and having fun with their friends. And then this last point, I wrote couples arguing or having jealous moments or catching them cheating on one another. Like that would be super entertaining to watch. You could even catch them in the act and spread rumors or blackmail them. Like the drama here would be pretty good. I took a look on the Discord. I really love the ideas I was reading on there. There are so many. They range from really simple ideas that would add that normal realistic touch to a neighborhood, like getting your newspaper delivered or feeding birds at the park, or people just walking on the sidewalk holding hands, to like more bigger things like having street performers or seeing your neighbors landscaping on their properties, or even festivals. There's so many awesome ideas listed on the channel. I really want all of this happening around the city. Like, how much more likely are you to actually just walk around to people watch? Like just seeing the neighbor take out the trash or washing his car, or a fight happening down on the end of the street over some jealousy. Like I would be the nosiest neighbor. I would probably never be indoors. Like I would be the neighborhood watch. Like I would be all up in everyone's business, following people around. Like don't do this in real life, guys, but in the game, oh yeah, sign me up. So definitely let me know what you would want to see around town. Like I said, I really love this topic. This one really has the potential to make the city feel alive. Definitely don't forget to go vote on the Discord if you have an account, of course. I can't wait to see the game actually start to get all these little additions over time. Like, this is really exciting. I really hope they take a bunch of these suggestions because there's so many good ones on there. Well, friends, please hit the like button on your way out. And again, let me know what you would want to see added into the cities to make walking or driving around more interesting. And I will see you on the next one. Stay happy, stay safe, and as always, enjoy!